What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Took the NSX out today to a little LZMFG pop-up meet we got going on over here. We got Deco, we got Fiend, we got the LZ booth. Pretty cool stuff. I didn't take my camera with me today, but I thought that it would be kind of a cool opportunity to see what I could get with just my phone. So I'm gonna get a couple shots while I'm here, see what they look like. Maybe it'll kind of prove that you don't need a crazy camera to make some cool videos. Out of all the cars here, I think the car that I'm most excited to see is this beautiful example of a JDM Del Sol. Paint is beautiful, rust-free, tasteful wheels, beautiful interior, automatic just like the Ruined Soul was. God, it's super cool. I'm excited. I'm excited for mine to be done again. I do like the 97 front. That is pretty nice. Man, this thing is beautiful. Hope you guys enjoyed that little phone segment as well as this little intro segment. It's a weekend again. I felt like driving something else other than the Century. So we're in the 360 today, and I did want to mention that I placed the order for the body kit for this car. You guys know a lot of my cars I order body kits from, special bespoke kits, and this one's nothing short of that. We are definitely going a route that I have never gone before, and I think it's going to be absolutely insane. I won't have the body kit for a couple more months, unfortunately, but the order is placed. It's in production. I'm super excited for it. This is going to be the craziest, most menacing looking Ferrari that I can possibly make, and I'm just so excited. But today we got some more Del Sol wrenching to do. I got a crap ton of parts that showed up over the past week, so let's head over to the compound and let's get this Del Sol going. I wanted to let you guys know early on in this video that this Friday on Valentine's Day, I'm going to be doing a 30% off site-wide sale, and you guys can use code VALENTINE to save 30%. It's only on Valentine's Day, but it's going to be a nice, easy way for you guys to save some money, pick up something from my store. I got a ton of stuff for you to check out, whether it's jet tags, Nabori flags, air fresheners, shirts, hoodies, you name it. But here you guys can see, I just wanted to finish up where I left off in the last video and get the shifter all buttoned up. So that's working now. And then I started on the intake manifold. I ended up getting a new intake manifold gasket, one of those fancy thermal gaskets. So we'll slap that on there. And then while I have the intake manifold off, I figured that we would also dive into the fuel system. Now this is a full eBay kit, nothing super fancy. I think this was $100. Got some eBay injectors there. I think those were 90 bucks. And I'm just getting everything assembled here, trying to watch a couple YouTube videos throughout the process so that I don't mess anything up. Now, the fuel rail, when I went to go mount that, I noticed that it was a little bit loose and the bolts that hold it down just were kind of ugly. So here I'm just making some quick spacers that I can thread the bolts through and hide them so that they look a little bit nicer. You can see there on the fuel rail, just kind of cleans things up a little bit. So we'll get that guy installed. So now the manifold is back on permanently with some new injectors, fuel rail, some nice little spacers. I ended up making a second set of spacers off camera just because I didn't like the way the other ones were. But here you guys can see I'm unboxing the radiator for this car. This is nothing special. This is just an eBay half radiator for a K24 swapped EG. We'll get that guy installed in there. And I also ended up sourcing a evap block that goes on the side of the K24 head. Got that from Canada, so that completes the cooling system, just ripping off that old hose there. And now, of course, the hoses that I bought were not right, and they did not fit at all, so I'll have to just make my own or something like that. That's easy. But I figured now I'll just move on to the fuel system. I'm gonna get rid of the factory fuel filter. It's 20-something years old and smells like poop, so I don't want that on my car. We got a new fuel filter, fuel pressure regulator. You guys can see I'm kind of figuring things out and routing it as I go, but decided to mount the fuel pressure regulator on the firewall because there's two K-series, boys. The factory fuel feed line threaded straight into it, no problem. So that saved me a little bit of work. Meant that I had to move the fuel filter to a different spot, but it still worked out. Got that line finished up. This is my first time making AN lines actually, and I actually enjoyed it. It was pretty cool. But I'm gonna mount the fuel filter on the strut tower here. It just seems like a little decent spot to put it. I know maybe not a lot of people would put it there, but that's where I decided to put it. Get everything all tightened up. And here I only had one 90-degree AN fitting left in the kit, and it just didn't make sense to try and use that and have the line just kind of look weird. So I ended up wanting to order a 180-degree AN line, which we'll put on later in this video. And this is just a fuel cell fitting that I borrowed from Adam that works well to convert the AN line to mate that up to the fuel return line. So I just get that all fitted up. Now I'm just gonna snake this AN line down in here, give it some measurements so that I know where to cut it, whip that up real quick, and then we will pretty much be done with the fuel system. Well, once I get that 180-degree AN bump, but pretty stoked on how this came out. I've only messed with fuel stuff with the Supra and my green Civic way back in the day, so I'm still learning, but I think it looks awesome. It's gonna function perfect. And here I'm just installing the rest of the parts that I had in my little stash. I got a new brake booster. Reinstalling the brake master. And then I sourced this OEM clutch fluid reservoir from eBay. Slap that on there real quick and I'll connect that up to the clutch master, and then I'll have both working pedals again, which is awesome. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the little narration segment of this video. I enjoy doing that stuff, but for this part I had to switch things up. It's a couple days later. I was able to get the 180-degree AN line that I was talking about, get this all finished up so the fuel system is finished, which feels awesome. I also got my idle air control sensor that came in, so I popped the throttle body back off, installed that, reinstalled the throttle body. I'm trying to figure out where all of these hoses go to, if you guys have any sort of idea, or if you guys know a good way for me to route the throttle cable to the throttle body. But either way, we're making really good progress, and one huge step that we're going to be doing in this video is what I have over here. So first off, I got a factory manual K24 ECU that I'm going to stuff in the car, and this is going to shock you. Now this right here is not just any old engine harness. It looks really nice though, right? Plug and play, everything, converts it to OBD2 for the K24. Got a little jumper harness here too. Seems great, right? I had a pretty good reaction when we unboxed this, so I'm gonna play that clip now. Chelsea and Johan were with us and it was an absolute riot.
The reaction clip, I guess, to the first look.
He knew, he already turned his address so you can't see it.
The TEMU harness.
T-Pain, cue it. I got it on TEMU. He always says that.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, $30 engine harness.
I think this is 40. But
40.
Still.
40. The whole harness.
I'm really.
It's not a matter if it's gonna work. It will probably work, but how long will it work is the question.
Dude,
Bro, that shit looks...
It's all labeled
This
and
looks
everything.
legit as fuck.
It looks super legit.
Dude.
What
What?
the fuck?
Yo, this is like.
That's pretty insane.
Well, to be honest though, I mean this is built now. Your
Yeah.
harness in your car was built in '94.
Yeah.
So this has to be better.
Oh, it has to be.
$40.
Dude,
You
this is
can't buy
insane.
one of these connectors for $40.
System
I love
is
it.
fucked up.
Good luck.
I got both of these engine harnesses off of TEMU. Can you believe that? What's even crazier is both these harnesses combined only cost me $85. How they're able to make money off of that, I have no idea. But this is like proper engine harness, labeled everything. We got VTC, we got crank, we got oil, all the proper connectors. It's actually ridiculous. And the only reason why I knew about this harness was because of Kyle from Boosted Boys. Me and him have been going back and forth on this build, and he told me about this harness because he used it in one of the Crown Vic races that he did a while back. When they K-swapped the Crown Vic, they used this exact harness and it worked flawlessly. So he sent me the link, told me to buy it, and here it is. I still have my doubts if it's gonna work, but if it could work for Kyle, hopefully it can work for me. But yeah, one of the most important parts to this entire build is going to be from TEMU, and I guess we'll see how it works. I'll also leave a link in the description to this exact harness, and when it comes time to start the car, hopefully this works and maybe you guys want to pick it up yourself. Here's one more thing I want to show you guys. I just want to show how all of this kind of plugs in. So the conversion harness and the engine harness plug in on the C101 plug, the main plug right here. And then there's really no way to screw it up, but the rest of the connections just plug straight into the factory A-series ECU. You can get different harnesses for different ECUs and things like that, but since we're trying to keep this thing stock for now, I just went with the stock one. It'll work fine. If this whole engine harness and this ECU work perfectly fine, I will be blown away, but I guess we're just gonna have to find out. So let's get this put into the car. This is a big step. This is a really big step. I don't know what I'm doing. However, everything is plugging in perfectly, which is really freaking cool. Doing my best to try and route this as nicely as I can first time. That way I don't really feel like having to go back and change things. Okay, I was able to get the engine harness and the conversion harness ran through the car. I ended up off camera drilling another hole into the firewall. It just made things so much easier. I did try to pull the fuse box out, disconnect it from the back, kind of route that through the firewall and everything like that. But then it would have led me to taking the fender off and rerouting the harness for the headlights all the way to the front. And I just did not feel like doing that. So I left the fuse box in the OEM location, gave it some nice fresh zinc hardware. I did my best to kind of tuck the wiring harness along the back, routes around here. I've got all my coil pack plugs all up in here. Both my cam sensors are plugged in. Transmission sensors are plugged in. There's a couple extra that are just, I don't really know what they're supposed to go to. Reverse L, maybe reverse lockout or something. Actually, I don't think I'm a fucking dodo. I think I actually just found that right now just from looking. Look at that. Reverse lockout. ECT, I'm not sure where that goes. Just kidding, I'm a fucking idiot. That goes there. Dang, all right. So even more plugged in than I thought. These two guys, intake air temperature and map, I don't have yet, so I can't plug them in. Left those off to the side. We got the alternator plugged in. This guy right here is a knock sensor, which I still have a factory one on there, and the plugs don't match up, so I'll have to figure out which one I can get for that. Starter wire and then extras. I don't really know how to tap the starter wire into this because it's not set up that way to run just a little wire clip like this. So Leave it down in the comments what I should do about that. Then I get the water temp sensor up here. I'm gonna end up running an adapter right off the intake manifold so that can plug in right in there. So just have that stuffed in there for now. Injector plugs are up here. I have a feeling that these could fit onto these injectors with a little bit of modification because they do look the same. It's just the housing that the plug is in is slightly different, so they don't really mate up. I need to get an adapter for that. But everything else is ran, which feels incredible. We come in here, we take a peek at what we got going on. Got the K-Series ECU plugged in, got the jumper harness, the conversion harness plugged in, all of that's good. Obviously all that's gonna get routed behind the carpet. I just have it chilling out here for now. Still need to make a battery harness. I would really love to run the battery in the trunk, so I need to extend all of that stuff and do all of that, which hopefully we'll do in the next video. I'm gonna fingers crossed that in the next video, this thing can start up for the very first time. I feel like we're there. We're pretty damn close. Everything's making sense, and I think we can do it. But before I'm done here, now that I have some wires plugged in, I want to see if anything comes on the dashboard. So I'm gonna take this jump pack here, hook up some power, and let's just see if some stuff turns on. It'd be such a good way to end this video. Set you guys back on the tripod for a second. Power, just plug it in right here. Find a decent ground source, do an exhaust manifold stud, give it some power. All right, let's see what happens. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I really need to clean these windows too. There's a shit ton of overspray on them. All right, Mike's back in a Del Sol. This shit's crazy. All right, moment of truth. Oh my God, no fucking way. Yes! That is insane. We have power. It's 1 a.m. apparently. I'm so pumped. Dang. You can't open this because of the shifter, but you can see the radios turning on in there. Fuck yes, dude. This is amazing. This is amazing. Look at that. This guy's working. We got power. Oh my God. It only works on high, just like my NSX. That's hilarious. Honda things. Oh, you guys have no idea how pumped up this makes me. I can't wait. Oh my God, that chime. I'm a calm down. Had to pop the top. Makes it easier to work inside the car. This is a great way to sign off on this video. Next video, I want this thing to start up for the very first time. I don't care how loud it is. I'll drown out Adam's ears if I have to. This thing is gonna start up, and I could not be more excited. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't taken advantage of it yet, go into the description and click on the link. Take advantage of my 30% off on my website for Valentine's Day by using my code Valentine. You could save 30% off anything on the website only for today. So head over there while you can. Pick up something nice because I'm trying to do a spring drop this year. Do one every single season of this year, and it's getting close. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.